Join me as I dive into the world of gaming attendant tax deductions and see if I can uncover enough strategies to save you a fortune this year. In this video, you'll learn about essential tax deductions available for gaming attendants, helping you keep more of your hard-earned money. Many gaming attendants are unaware of the tax deductions they qualify for, leading to missed opportunities and overpayments on their taxes. It's unfortunate because these deductions can add up to significant savings. What's worse, not knowing what you're eligible for can lead to auditing issues down the line. You don't want to end up in a situation where you're paying more than you owe. It's crucial to understand what deductions are available to you as a gaming attendant. Car expenses. Unfortunately, you're not able to deduct the expenses of your daily commute to work. This goes for everyone, whether you have a long drive to your job, work odd hours, or have split shifts like weekends or early mornings. ATO doesn't consider these costs to be tax deductible. So, while it may be disappointing, it's something to keep in mind when you're doing your taxes. It's always a good idea to consult with a tax professional if you have any questions about what you can and can't deduct. If you use your own car for work-related purposes, you may be able to claim the costs. This includes driving directly between different jobs on the same day, like going from your morning shift at the cafe to your evening job as a gaming attendant. You can also claim expenses for traveling to and from different work locations for the same employer in one day, such as going from one casino to another. To calculate your deduction for car expenses, you have two options: using a logbook method or using the cents per kilometre method. Be sure to keep accurate records to support your claim. Clothing and laundry expenses, including footwear. You can't get deduction for buying, renting, fixing, or washing regular clothes you wear to your job, even if your boss tells you to wear them and you only put them on for work. Examples of everyday clothing are things like black trousers, skirts, white button-up shirts, and simple black shoes. If you have to purchase, rent, repair, or clean clothing as part of your job, you may be able to claim these expenses on your taxes. This includes items like a mandatory work uniform that is clearly outlined in your workplace agreement or policy and is consistently enforced. An example would be a shirt with your company's logo that you are required to wear. You can also claim costs for non-compulsory uniforms that are registered with Oars Industry. If you're not sure if your uniform qualifies, check with your employer. If your employer covers the costs or gives you back money for certain expenses, you won't be able to use them as deductions on your taxes. So make sure to keep track of what you spend on your own. Grooming expenses. You may not be able to deduct the expenses for getting your hair done, buying cosmetics, or purchasing hair and skincare products, even if looking polished is part of your job. These types of grooming products are usually considered personal expenses, not business expenses. So, unfortunately, you'll have to foot the bill for those on your own. Meal and snack expenses. You can't deduct the cost of your lunch or snacks during your regular workday, even if you get a meal allowance. Those are considered personal expenses. However, if you're working overtime and receive a meal allowance as part of your job agreement, you can deduct the cost of that meal from your taxes. Just make sure it's included in your taxable income. You can't deduct your personal expenses like parking at your regular job, public transportation, taxi or ride-share rides from home to work, even if you have odd hours. That also goes for using your phone or internet for work-related tasks like talking to your boss or checking your pay and taxes. Don't try to claim things like TV and streaming services, watches, music subscriptions, or childcare either. Keep your tax deductions legit. Many gaming attendants have benefited from these deductions, saving thousands of dollars on their taxes. By taking advantage of these deductions, you can reduce your taxable income and keep more of your hard-earned money. It's essential to understand what deductions are available to you and to keep accurate records of your expenses. To wrap up, remember that knowing your deductions can substantially impact your financial situation, so don't leave money on the table. By taking advantage of these deductions, you can save money on your taxes. Information provided in this video is for general purposes only. If you found this information helpful, make sure to check out my other videos on tax tips for other professions and leave your questions in the comments below.